Hey Taurus, welcome to your December reading. So you might have a bit of an intense month. The sun has moved into your solar 8th house, house of intimacy, trust, merging, other people's money, debts, the occult, taboo topics. So kind of a heavyweight month for you, right? And there could be some maybe fears or insecurities activated, whether by partners in romance or business or whatever, and also by institutions that you rely on. So, banks, religious institutions, political institutions, etc., power, right? Which is also ruled by the 8th house. So, some things could be popping up that could potentially kind of make you feel shaky, which is not something a Taurus appreciates. However, I want to remind you that everything that is happening in this life is for our efficacy, for our agency, for our self-awareness and the awareness of our power, which is really what this is trying to bring to you. So let any fears or insecurities or difficult conversations, intense feelings, let that be a doorway for finding out what you are made of and being really present with yourself, and let it be the awakening that it wants to be. Like, oh, I'm really concerned about this, or oh, I really don't want to do XYZ, or I really do want to do ABC. You know, unignorable kind of things happen when the sun is in our 8th house. Hi, I interrupt your regularly scheduled reading to let you know my tarot translation candles are now available on my website. Each one is created, blessed, packed, and shipped by me, and I would love to send them from my magical little hands to yours. So if you'd like to grab one for you or a loved one, you can get them right here on my website. Thanks for being here, thanks for listening, and now back to your regularly scheduled reading. Okay. Let's get into your cards. Let's get into the story of your month. As always, Spirit, we want you to bring our attention and our focus to what serves our highest good, the alignment, fulfillment, joy, ease, abundance of Taurus. What do you want to show them this month for their highest good? Want to look at where they've been, where they are presently, and what the future is looking like from where they stand now, Spirit. We want your guidance. Anything that Taurus needs to know about the climate, the energy surrounding them, so that they can respond to it in the best way possible. Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising, and Dominant People, Spirit. Want to know the energy of the month of December for their highest good. Let's see what we've got. Hey, gorgeous. Man, Spirit just never gets it wrong. Spirit never gets it wrong. This looks pretty this looks pretty great, despite some heavy thoughts and some profound endings. Your future is bright and beautiful and rich, okay? So you don't need to be, don't fear the Reaper. That's what I want to say, Taurus. Don't fear the Reaper. So sitting in the past, 6 of Wands, you, victorious, feeling proud of yourself. So you've had some recent wins or victories, or like a sense or a surge of confidence. I know that I can do this. And other people acknowledging, importantly, crucially, your ability to do this. I want to jump right to the guidance position. Page of Wands. What are pages? Pages are youthful. They are open. They are, especially the Page of Wands, is very open to adventure. Wants to pursue what is making them passionate, is feeling a calling, is actually what I'm hearing from Spirit. So it's like, yep, whether it's like my soul is calling, or my art is calling, or my whatever, my mission is calling, all of these things apply. And Spirit is reminding me, they're having me remind you, Taurus, that Uranus is retrograde now in your sign, in the late degrees, the final degrees of your sign. So Uranus, this disruptor, this evolutionary shove, is doing its last little record scratch over your sign before it completes and moves all the way into Gemini. So what unfinished business, what unfinished evolution, Spirit is saying, what final skins might need to be sloughed and exfoliated off. The death card is clarifying on top of that page of wands. So it's like you're hearing the calling, walk through the door. That's what I hear. You're hearing the calling, walk through the door. Now, easier said than done. There's plenty of anxiety and fear and even understandable, reasonable previous experience of painful outcomes that like stand in the way of you doing that. So I want to empathize and say, hey, listen, I know it's easier said than done, but I'm reporting what I'm hearing, that there is success on the other side of that. So let's talk about your swords. In the climate and energy around and available to you, having the Nine of Swords available to us isn't the most fun. But Sun in the 8th house, fears are being spotlighted, right? Taboo topics, things we'd rather not discuss. The 8th house corresponds to the sign of Scorpio, right? And Scorpio is all about those taboos, the intensity, and Scorpio is your opposite sign. So in some ways that stuff can seem maybe anathema or unreasonable, or maybe even just like, I don't go there, is something that I'm hearing. Like, I don't go there. It's coming to you. So even if you don't go there, it's coming to you, and it's time to accept and acknowledge and take your place is actually what I'm hearing, literally. Gosh, okay. So fears are coming up. Speak with them. Dialogue with them. Taurus, don't try to shut them out. Okay? That might be your inclination, is like, let me suppress this, let me push this away and just keep going, which could be seen as noble, honorable, strong in some contexts, but you don't need to be yang-ing. You don't need to be emperoring so much right now. Sitting in the present moment, the Empress. Relax and receive. I actually, the Hierophant is supposed to be the Taurus card in the tarot astrological correspondences, but I argue that it's the Empress. Earthy sensuality, right? Empress, enjoying the finer things in life, kicked back, but also in nature. It's very Taurus vibes. So it's like, lean into what makes you you. One of those things I'm hearing is good taste. You have good taste. You know when something is good. You know when something is bad. You know when like a fabric is worth something and when it's like, nope, that's not for me. That's what I'm hearing, is like a very good physical, like body pentacle. We'll get there, but in the key position, the King of Pentacles. Hello. A great physical genius for, I like it, I don't like it. Okay? Trust that. If you don't enjoy it, even the hard parts of it, I want to make that clear, because it can sound very simplistic and binary to say, if you don't like it, then it's not for you. I don't mean that it's never hard. I mean that when you love something, even the hard parts are like, yes, I'm willing to do this. I'm up for this, right? That's what I'm talking about. If the whole thing is a fucking slog, and if the whole thing is a means to an end, that's going to lead you back to that death's door. And that's what Spirit is saying. So, what would you enjoy right now? What do you want to do more of and less of? What makes you feel, Six of Wands, the Empress, and then sitting in your future, gorgeous Nine of Pentacles. Self-satisfied, employed, enriched, able to look back, pat yourself on the back, notice and enjoy the fruits of your labor, all of your time and your skills and what they have built up to. So a sense of satisfaction for what you've been able to create. Empress, what I've been able to give birth to. An idea or a creation or a vision that has yet to manifest in the actual world where everybody else can see it. Okay? Spirit's like, don't push. That's Emperor stuff. Empress sits back, receives, okay? And she goes with her good taste. Her good taste is what makes her more money, and that is something that I'm hearing very clearly. Nine of Pentacles sitting in the future. And I'm hearing something interesting, which is some of you like flip clothing, flip vintage stuff, and it's like that's one way a person could like make money off of their good taste and could develop another avenue of income, let's say, with their good taste. Sitting in a likely outcome for you to steer toward or away from as you like, the Three of Swords. Painful thoughts, heartbreaking kind of thoughts and words, right? And I feel more than anything, I mean, honestly, this seems like a very, especially with that Nine of Pentacles, this is a very self-focused spread. And I feel like the Three of Swords is a little bit of like freaking yourself out, breaking your own heart. Nine of Swords. You know, some of us try to head off disappointment by like trying to figure out all the things that could go wrong or are going wrong or etc. And I just feel that that puts you in the wrong frame of mind. And come back to that Empress. Come back to your confidence. Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. Come back to like, I know what I'm doing. I'm capable of hard things. I'm capable of figuring things out. So if you maybe start to stack up your fears, Nine of Swords, like, oh my God, and what if I can't figure this out? And what if this, what if that? You know, the Empress is the great mother. She's the ideal maternal figure. So it's like, what would an ideal mother say? She would not be like, yeah, you're right. You're probably going to fuck it up. You should probably stop. She'd be like, hey, I've seen you do things that I didn't know that you could do before. You've come up with some amazing ideas, or you've been capable of fill in the blank. And she encourages you and she nurtures you into blossoming. Nine of Pentacles, blossoming. So nurturing yourself and your money and your projects and your interests into blossoming. Page of Wands, if I'm passionate about it, if I feel called to it, I'm going to go for it. This life is long and short. Got to do what you really, what enlivens you is what I hear. Like Death card is sitting right next to that to say like something else has died. The interest has died off and waned. And something else is like, boop, boop, like playing a little horn and calling you over. That's what I'm hearing. Now, sitting in the key position, King of Pentacles. For one thing, that just underlines everything else that I said about success, about making and appreciating and enjoying the fruits of your labor, about not having to push, 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 push. The King of Pentacles manages their resources exceptionally well. He's not out digging in the field, right? We have cards for that. King of Pentacles is like, if I manage my resources and I rely on my resourcefulness, my resources will multiply. Period. You got it? Okay. Looks like a plenty bountiful month. The more you're willing to let go of fear and anxiety that is preventing you from discovering new things and embracing and blossoming, the better you're going to do. So it's okay. You got this. Thank you for being here, Taurus. I really hope that this is helpful. If you ever want to book a reading or buy a candle, the way to do that is right here. Thanks again. I hope you have a great December and happy holidays, Taurus. Bye-bye.